Hello guys, welcome to lecture 2. In the previous lecture, we have just recalled what we had done in the 10th standard coordinate geometry. First thing is location of points. We know how to locate a point on a xy plane. And next thing is distance between 2 points. So we also learned how did we get this formula PQ from the Pythagoras theorem. Uh, and the next thing is section formula. This is also we have seen how did we get this proof from similar triangles. The last thing is area of a triangle when 3 points are given. This proof is given to you as an exercise. Simply you can find the area of ABCD and we have to subtract the remaining 3 areas. I have given the areas of these 3 in the notes PDF file. So you can subtract the area of ABCD from, you can subtract the areas or sum of these 3 areas of triangles 1 to 3 from the ABCD. You will get the area of the triangle PQR. Okay, now we are entering to a new topic of the straight lines. First thing is, let's say a line L. Let's say this is a line L. So this is xy axis, x-axis. This is y-axis. It makes an angle theta with x-axis, and also it makes an it makes an other angle 180 minus theta, because these two are supplementary angles. So the inclination of a line is defined as the angle made by the line L with the positive direction. So this is the positive direction, this is the negative direction, with the positive direction of x-axis and measured anti-clockwise. So this is clockwise, so this is anti-clockwise. So the angle made by the positive x-axis measured anti-clockwise. So this is the angle angle theta, which is known as inclination. This theta is known as inclination. So obviously we can say that theta lies between 0 to 180 degrees, because if the line makes an 180 degrees with the x-axis, so sorry, 180 degrees doesn't include, because if it makes an 180 degrees, it makes 0 degrees with the x-axis. So the line looks as same as x-axis. I will draw for your convenience. Let's say this line, which is coincide, it makes an angle 0 degrees with the x-axis. After that, again it comes with an it starts with 0. So this is called the inclination. So what is the slope? See, the slope is defined as slope of a line let's say the slope is called m, is defined as is equals to tan theta where theta is the inclination. You know what is an inclination? So the tan theta is defined as the slope of a line. Okay, why we use tan theta to define a slope? This is confusing for some of the students. Why we use a tan theta? Why not sin theta? Why not cos theta? Why not cot? Why not other trigonometric functions? Why only we use a tan theta? Let's see. The slope of a line is should be a function of an theta, which is inclination. So if a line has a larger inclination, it should have a greater slope. That is the definition of slope. So does a tan function gives that? Let's see. Let's say this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Let's say line L, a random line L. Let's say this point is O. Let's take any point, some P on the line. Draw the perpendicular to the x-axis. Let's say this point is M. So this is theta, which is called inclination. Now slope is defined as tan theta, which is equal to what is tan theta? Opposite side length by adjacent side length. What is opposite side? PM. What is adjacent side? OM. Okay, you know the slope of a line. Now let's say another line with the same point O, or with the same intersection point O with the x-axis. Let's say this is a line L2, this is line L1. Now its inclination is some theta 1. Okay, so from the definition, line 2 should have a greater slope than the line 1 because it has a larger inclination. So if theta goes on increasing and it makes a 90 degrees with the x-axis, it is so inclined. Okay, we can have inclination up to 0 to 90 degrees because 90 degrees is highly inclined and some 0 degrees is not at all inclined. So we should have an increased slope with the theta up to 90 degrees. Now see the slope of line 2. Slope of line 2 is nothing but tan theta 2, which is nothing but opposite side. So draw an extension line of this PM. Let's say this point is some Q. So tan theta is nothing but from the triangle QOM, opposite side is QM by adjacent side is OM. So if we compare, QM is nothing but PM plus PQ by OM. Obviously this is greater than tan theta 2 because tan theta, because tan theta is just PM by OM, whereas tan theta 2 is PM plus PQ by OM. So tan theta 2 is greater than tan theta. Okay, so this is the reason why we use tan theta, because with the inclination increasing, the slope also increases. Again, after 90 degrees, it will have a greater negative slope. See, this side we have an inclination along like this. After 90 degrees, you will have an along this side. So we denote this as a negative slope. So this tan theta does that function. Or similarly, I just drawn two lines to compare with an increasing theta. The tan theta also increases. Or you must have read the tan theta curve from the trigonometry. Let's say this is 0 degrees. Let's say this is 90. It looks like this. Tan 0 is 0. Tan 90 is undefined. Similarly, this is 90 degrees. This is 180 degrees. So this is tan theta. As theta is different from 0 to 180, if you see after 90 degrees, it will start with negative larger slope, minus of some very large quantity, and then when it reaches 180 degrees, it reaches the point 0. This both will be 0 slope. So this is the reason why we define tan theta as the slope of a line. where theta is the inclination. Next thing, slope of a line when any two coordinates of a point on the line are given. Let's say I'm asking you, if I give 2 points, can you define a line, unique line? Yes, answer is obvious. Yes, if we have 2 points, we can define a unique line which passes through these 2 points. So we can define a line from 2 points. So we can define a slope of a line also. Let's say this is the line L, this is x y axis, this is theta, which is inclination. Let's say this point is P, Q. The point P is x1 comma y1. This is x2 comma y2. So draw a perpendicular to the x-axis and draw a perpendicular from P to the QN. Let's say this point is M. See, angle QPM, this is the angle, equal to theta. Why? Alternate angles. This is a basic thing you heard at 8th standard. See, this x-axis and these two lines are parallel, and this is a line L. So these two are alternate angles, both are equal. So angle triangle QMP is right angle triangle at M. So slope is nothing but M is nothing but tan theta. We know why we use tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. Its opposite side is QM by adjacent side is PM. So now we need to find the length of QM. It's so simple. We have done 2 times in the lecture 1 proof. Length of QM is nothing but y2 minus y1. The coordinates of M are x2 comma y1 because its x coordinate is same as coordinate of n, which is x2 comma 0. Its y coordinate is same as coordinate of p, which is y1. This is 0 comma y1. Okay. Let's try another color for these coordinates. Yeah, y2 minus y1. So the QM is y2 minus y1. Now we need to find PM. What is PM? Let's say this is the length of PM is nothing but, let's say this perpendicular P, perpendicular from P to the x-axis. Let's say this point is some K. Length of PM is nothing but length of Kn, whereas K is x1 comma 0 because its x coordinate is same as x coordinate of P. So it is x2 minus x1. Or you can use the distance between 2 points formula, which I learned, where these two x coordinates are equal. So x2 minus x1 whole square will be 0. Only remaining is root over y2 minus y1 whole square, which is equal to y2 minus y1. Similarly, here y coordinates are same, so y coordinates both cancel. So y2 minus y1 becomes 0. So only the remaining one is root over x2 minus x1 whole square, which is x2 minus x1. So we get x2 minus x1. So the slope of a line with the 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is the case when theta is acute. If you see some theta is obtuse, so we get a line like this. Obtuse. Similarly, we have some P, so we have some Q. You can find this. You can find the slope of this line using same like this. You get the same result. Please do that as an exercise. Just compare whether you are getting same result or not. So the slope of a line is, so the slope M of a line with 2 points 2 points x1 comma y1 comma x2 comma y2 on it is m equal to tan theta, where theta is the inclination, which is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. See, as we know 2 points, we get the slope. From that we can get inclination, which is tan inverse of that slope. This is the slope of two lines. Let's do a small problem for your understanding. Find slope of line with 5, 7 and 9, 8. So slope is m is nothing but y2 minus y1, 8 minus 7 by 9 minus 5, which is nothing but 1 by 4, which is equal to tan theta. So theta will be tan inverse 4, tan inverse 1 by 4. So what does this mean? Let's say this is the line, this line L. Let's say this is 5, 7, 9, 8. Its slope equal to 1 by 4. This is the theta inclination, which is nothing but tan inverse 1 by 4. So these 2 points define a line with a slope of 1 by 4. Now let's see some conditions based on the slope. First thing is parallel lines. This is x-axis, this is y. Let's say two lines L1 and L2 which are parallel. Let's say this is L1, let's say this is L2, these two are parallel. So let's say this is some theta 1, inclination of line 1. Let's say this is theta 2, inclination of line L2. So as line L1 and L2 are parallel, we can say that theta 2 equals to theta 1, right? Because these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles, so these two are equal. So slope of line L1, slope of line M1 equal to tan theta 1, which is also equal to tan theta 2, because theta 1 equal to theta 2, which is equal to slope of M2. So these two slopes are equal. When two lines are parallel, these two slopes are equal because the inclinations are the same. Because the slope defines an inclination of the line. As these two inclinations are same, slopes also will be same. Okay. Next condition is for perpendicular lines. What is meant by perpendicular lines? Angle between these two lines are 90 degrees. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Let's say line L1 and line, sorry, it's a line L1 and other line L2. Angle between these two is 90 degrees, perpendicular lines, so these two are 90 degrees. Now if you observe these two inclinations, let's say theta 1 is the inclination of line L1, theta 2 is inclination of L2. Let's say these two intersection point is M, this point is some P, and this point is Q. If you see triangle PMQ is right angle triangle. Right angle. So angle M is 90 degrees. Angle M is 90 degrees. Angle P is, see, we have defined in a good way. Angle PMQ equal to 90 degrees. Angle MPQ is theta 1. What will be the angle? Angle MPQM. So PQM is this angle. This angle, let's say this is some theta, which is equal to 180 minus theta 2. Am I correct? Yeah, because these two are supplementary angles, theta and theta 2 are supplementary angles with whose sum makes an 180 degrees. So theta equal to 180 means theta 2. Now slope of a line, slope of line L1, which is M1, which is equal to tan theta 1. Slope of line L2, which is M2, which is equal to tan theta 2. Next thing is sum of three angles in a triangle are 180. So if you do sum of these three angles, you should get 180. So 90 degrees, one angle is 90, other angle is theta 1, other angle is 180 minus theta 2. It should give 180. So this 180 cancels. Now you get theta 2 equal to 90 plus theta 1. Let's keep this in a box. Okay, now we know slope of M1 is tan theta 1. Now slope of M2 is nothing but tan theta 2. Theta 2 is nothing but 90 plus theta 1. So keep this 90 plus theta 1 here. We get tan 90 plus theta 1. So what is tan 90 plus theta? Nothing but minus cot theta 1. See, from the trigonometry we know this simple trick, all silver teacups. So 90 plus theta is nothing but 90 plus theta lies in the second quadrant, where tan is negative in the second quadrant. So we get a negative sign. So tan 90 plus theta will be cot theta 1 minus cot theta 1. So M1 is tan theta 1, M2 is minus cot theta 1, which is nothing but you can write cot as minus 1 over tan theta 1. This is a basic thing in a trigonometry. So if you multiply M1 and M2, F1 into M2, which is equal to tan theta 1 into minus 1 over tan theta 1. So tan theta 1 and tan theta 1 cancels, which gives minus 1. a good result. So when any two lines are perpendicular lines, then the product of their slopes is, if two lines are perpendicular, then their product of slopes equals to -1 EP star. So this means m1 into m2 equals -1. Where m1 and m2 slopes are slopes of those lines. Okay. This is for the lecture 2. Let's do a quick review what we have done today. Today we have seen slope of a line where the theta inclination, which is defined as angle made by the line with the positive x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is the theta inclination. Next thing is, we defined a slope of a line as tan theta. Why we use tan theta? Because with increasing theta up to 90 degrees, we should have increasing in slope, because greater the inclination, greater the slope. So we use the tan theta as a to define the slope of a line. Say this is the tan theta function, tan theta curve with the different angles of theta from 0 to 180 degrees. See, this is theta. Next thing is, we know to define a line, we need at least 2 points. So if you know 2 points, we can define a line. So from that, we define the slope of a line with any 2 points given on it. So we got slope m, which is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is the slope when 2 points on a line is given. We have done a small simple problem. Next thing is conditions when two lines are parallel. We got the slopes of those two lines also equal. So when two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Next thing is, for perpendicular lines, we got a good result where their product of their slopes gives to -1. So if any two lines are perpendicular, then their product of slopes is equals to -1. m1 into m1, m1 into m2 equal to -1. We have seen from this. What we got is from the triangle PMQ, sum of these three angles are 180. So we got theta 2, which is the inclination of line 2, equal to 90 plus inclination of line 1. So m1 is tan theta 1, m2 is tan theta 2, which is nothing but minus cot theta 1, which is also equal to -1 or tan theta 1. So if you multiply, you get m1 into m2 equal to -1. So thank you.